Guys, if you haven't seen my garden, this is my garden, and this is terrible, and I wanted to document this on purpose. This is what happened. Clay had major surgery, and he's a diabetic, and he did not heal as fast as we had hoped. Meanwhile, he retired, and we had a whole bunch of things that were going on in our home. So the garden was being neglected. I started to think that, gee, maybe I can take it on. Wrong, because we are also in the middle of remodeling and doing things. Since Clay has retired, things have, we're trying to get things together, so to speak, for ourselves. But so all winter long, I was a caregiver for my husband. He was not in good shape, and so I had to take good care of him, and that's the priority. And he's still recovering. He has trouble getting around, walking. Some days he has good days, and some days he has bad, but for the most part, he's retired. I want him to enjoy his life. So here's what's going on with the garden. It's not doing well. The bucket system, usually you weed it like once or twice a year. As you can see, these are all the weeds from the year. And it's not this big mess, but it is a big mess now, and this is why I want to show you this. So here's what I'm doing. I am not doing anything with the garden. This year, I'm letting it go. If there's a couple pieces of fruit or something, fine. I made a crazy garden. Not something I'm going to address. I'm not going to do any more gardening this year because I do not want to waste my seed. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go to our auction because we have a great auction near us, and I can get everything for pennies. Sometimes it's not even worth it to grow anything, but it's the fun of doing it. So I'm just not going to do anything with my garden this year. Anything that I get is a bonus. That's it. I'm not going to pursue this any further because I have other things to address. But your bucket system, if you've never seen it, this is the way to grow. But this is probably the worst you'll ever see a bucket system, which is why I want to show this to you. Because if you neglect it and don't take care of it, this is about what you're going to end up with. You'll have some fruit, you'll have lots of weeds, which I could spend a day out here pulling stuff, but I have other things that I need to address, and so I'm not going to even go here because I know what I have to do inside. We're tearing out cabinets, we're moving things around, we've got some wall things, so it's foolish for me to waste some energy on a bunch of stuff that I can go to the auction and get for pennies. Right now, when there's only two of you, you've got to look at things. Our beehives are back there, and that just shows you how far behind Clay and I are. And prior to this, Clay was getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning every day to go to work, and I would get up with him. And honestly, we were both just exhausted all the time. So retirement has truly been a blessing for us, and we're getting a lot done. If I do get to this, it's going to be a miracle. But I'm trying to concentrate on things like pulling raspberry plants to replant, cutting mulberries, things that I can have for years to come and not just a temporary year-long garden. And so that's, I feel, is the priority this year, is to cut branches and things like that. So if I have time that I can garden, there's the pheasants. I want to be doing things like these raspberry bushes, coming out and picking raspberries. And I did make, which I'm going to move this again, I've got to move, I made like a little walkway, but it already kind of grew back again, so I got to pull that back because we don't want our raspberries like hanging on the fence because I can't really pick them that way. But as you can see, some of these are coming through, but that's where I want to spend my time. See this right here, which is something else I've got to address. These guys are building a nest. If you get a nest in your fruit tree, I use hot pepper, like Frank's hot sauce, kills them every time. And so that is what I am doing with the garden. So I felt bad about it because I feel a little bit like a failure, but I'm not, because I'm putting things, which you'll hear me talking about this sometimes, in perspective. It's only 1 year. I have the opportunity to show you how bad your garden can look in the bucket system. This one I weeded like once. Some of these pots got thrown over, but we have some things that we want to plant and things we want to pull before fall, and it's already the middle of August. So anyway, I hope, we didn't even get to clean out through here because that's how much we had to do for 2 people. So anyway, that's the story. Look how much those weeds grew in 1 year. This is going to be a great documentation when we look back and get everything all cleaned up, because we're going to say, oh my goodness, look how tall those weeds got, almost as tall as the trees. So we have enough to do without adding extra like I said, if I'm out here and I really feel brave or want to sit out for an afternoon and do this, fine, but it's not a priority. So I will see you guys in the next video. I hope this was helpful to you. We do have videos on this bucket system. This is the way to go, guys. You don't have to bend over, it waters itself. It's so easy. But this year, because of everything else, it was just got neglected. Like I said, I have to help Clay put his socks on. You know, some days he just gets tired. And so he's actually doing really good. Keep him in your prayers. It's just, we didn't expect that, but I did personally, because I had a hysterectomy before at 37, and I figured he'd be down for a bit, but I didn't expect it this long. But he's actually doing pretty good. It's just you know, just getting stronger every day. So I mean, he built that shed. He's not sick. He's just, you know, when he gets tired, he sits down. He just can't go, you know, he's 62. He can't go 24/7 like a 24-year-old. So anyway, I hope this is helpful, and especially you guys that are young and are learning how to farm, you know, set your farm up so that when you retire, or if you have a family emergency, your wife has a baby or somebody gets sick, that, you know, that it's easy, that you can just do as much as you can and it's not real complicated. Like they say, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. You know that saying. So, and that's what we try to do. We try to keep it simple, stupid. So, okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. God bless. We'll see you in the next video. God, take care.